Hello you guys and welcome back. So I've been in Mexico for the past 8 days with my family and it was a great time to really spend time together and recharge. I just had an incredible time, but I am just shy of 14 hours back in the States and today I will be going to Narita, Japan. So I went to Haneda about a month and a half ago and that was amazing because it was right in the heart of Tokyo. Narita's in Chiba, a little bit out on the outskirts of Tokyo, but I'm even more excited for it. Because for example, when we fly to South Korea, we actually stay in Incheon instead of Seoul, and I love it. It's a little bit more manageable for me. So I'm really excited to see what Narita has to offer. And as always, I'm excited to bring you guys with me, so stay tuned. Hello you guys and welcome to Narita. I finally made it. I have to say I am so pleasantly surprised right now. I know I just got here, but I almost think I like it better than I'm gonna like Haneda just because it just feels a lot more manageable. I felt like when I was in Tokyo I was so overwhelmed. I had 24 hours to do like so many things. I didn't even know where to start really, so I didn't start that much. Narita, there's not as much. You take a shuttle over and there's like a few things to be going on, but there's a temple. It's smaller. And for those of you who don't know, I lived in Vienna, Austria, and that is a perfect place for me. It's not like a London or Paris. It's not a huge city, but it's not tiny either. It's just like the perfect medium-sized place. And Narita is giving a lot of those vibes. So I can't wait. There are so many things I want to do, a million different things. But I have to go because Japan runs on a tight bus schedule and this bus leaves in 15 minutes. So once again, didn't even shower. There's no makeup, but I'm ready to catch this because I just cannot wait to show you guys around. Room tour. This is like the tiniest room in the world. These like reusable slippers, disposable ones. I had no idea what this is. I will find out. It's a streamer. Maybe it's like for heat. I really don't know. I'll figure this one out. And I don't know what that is either. So send help on that one. This looks like, you know, stuff for the shoes. So thoughtful. Tiny room. Oh my god, this bed is like, it feels like a college dorm. I'm not even kidding. 2 robes. Cute. At least the amenities are kind of adorable. Let's see what is outside. Ooh. Some fields. Not much to see here. Now let's see the bathroom super quickly. Okay, basic. Where's this light? Side note, these amenities though, DHC. This is so cool. I'm living my best life with all these amenities. Also, there was no luggage rack. So I'm making a makeshift one with a chair. And let me tell you why. Also, just a hot travel tip. I need to explain why you never ever put your suitcase on the floor. And this is it. Because one time I stayed at a hotel in Branson, Missouri on the first floor and scorpions got in to the room. Scorpions. And apparently they travel in packs. It was this big deal. We had to shake out everything in our luggage. And ever since then, I've been terrified to leave luggage on the ground. So don't do it. You never know when a massive scorpion outbreak might come and they might go through your stuff. So always raise it. Thanks. Okay, you guys, when I grabbed the shuttle, I realized about an hour in, I was on the wrong one. I was not going to the mall. I was going all over Narita, so confused. So when I finally got there, I got to this amazing sushi restaurant that was recommended to by our speaker on board. He goes there all the time. It was really fun. They had English, which was so handy. I think it was like the only time I got English this whole trip. But I got this amazing tuna and salmon sashimis. I'm not gonna lie, this was the best sushi I've had of my entire life, hands down. Next, I actually went into the mall. Of course, I had to go to Sanrio Giftgate. There were so many cool shops, but I keep seeing these arcades all over, you guys, and they're so popular, and there's like adults at them, and I always think, who's playing these? But then I saw the Pokemon case, and I was like, okay, I gotta play immediately. What I said, I take it back. And then it was time for the highlight of them all, the Moth Animal Cafe. You guys, in Haneda, I tried to go to an animal cafe, but the animals really didn't look that happy. I didn't think that it was vetted properly. So I did a lot of research, came to this one, and it was amazing. I got this little milk tea situation, which was delicious. And then it was time for the cats to play. It was actually dinner time, so it was really cute. I got to see them all running over to their bowls. The staff was so friendly and gentle with them. It smelled nice in there. It was clean. And just look at how adorable they are all eating. They had to turn some of them around. This was the cutest thing I have ever seen. They even had like cheeky cat staff written on the walls. Like, look at all of them. And their description was in Japanese. I wish I could have read it. But they all have different funny personalities. And then they have 3 different kinds of cats. So they have cats with no collars, which means that they like to play. Like this little guy. Look at him. And then they have the blue collars, which they're like, really, they love food. All they want is food, and you gotta limit it because they will just eat like these little chubbers. And then the red collars means that they've been naughty. And you know what? I am a red collar. But this guy was my favorite. He just kept coming over to me. He was so soft and cuddly and always wanted to snuggle. I mean, look at that little guy. I know, he was adorable. So my favorite, and then of course the cheeky red collar that was naughty today, so nobody got to pet him. And then it was time for Donkey. Hello, you guys. I am outside of the Donkey, which is the Don Quixote. It's like kind of like an everything store, I guess. Maybe like the Japanese Target, if that's a fair comparison. I've got so much skincare today, it's not even funny. I can't wait to show you guys. I'm putting together some little care packages for people. I'm really excited. I'm now on my way to a traditional Japanese hot spring, also called an onsen. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know how much of it I'm going to be able to film since it is in the nude technically, but I'm just having the best time in Narita right now. Good morning from Narita. So last night I went to the onsen, and I just have to tell you guys the story because it is really cool. So it was very traditional onsen that I went to. I'll try to add some photos of just kind of what it looks like. I didn't film when I was inside just because first of all, part of it's prohibited. And then I felt like I was already getting a lot of looks being there. So I wanted to respect their culture and just have my phone away the whole time. But what ended up happening when I got there, I Ubered there from the Donkey. It was like 20 minutes. And then it ended up being cash only, which I tried to take out some yen and it didn't work earlier there. I had a machine failure, but I totally forgot and I was out of luck. So I had to go back and I called an Uber, and it ended up being the same Uber driver. And this man spoke no English, but he was so kind. I got in the car and he was like, "What happened?" And I just said, "Oh, cash only, no card." And he got out his tip money, and then in his broken English was a present, which is so cool. Obviously, I was able to tip him on the Uber app the full amount, but how cool was that of him to do? We didn't even speak the same English. It's not like we were talking in the Uber before. People are just so genuinely kind here. I feel like I didn't deserve that, but it was something I will never forget about Japan for sure. And then I went to the onsen and it was spectacular. It was everything I had imagined. We had these like our own circular baths, and it was just so tranquil. My body felt incredible afterward. And then on the way out, even like the people working there, since they didn't speak any English either, they ordered a taxi for me, and I kept showing them like, "No, I have the Uber app," and they were like, "No, please." And they would send in to translate. "We want to make sure you get home safe." The people here are so kind, and maybe it's because I'm outside of the city a little bit. I'm getting to see more of actual Japanese culture, but wow, hospitality here and just how they care for people. This was a really cool experience. So anyway, today I'm off. It's about 6:30 this morning, but the sun gets up at 4 a.m. here. I'm off to the temple. The monks go do this walkthrough at 9 that I want to see, and then the gardens are supposed to be amazing. I think that's probably all I'll do today. I'll probably come back and nap after. I just found out from a friend
that they're having some issues with Narita Airport and getting flights out, and they're having to recrew some flights. So we actually might be stuck here another day. But stay tuned to see if that happens, and I will definitely bring you guys along the gardens and whatever I can film of the temple.
So I had a quick little breakfast before temple, but you know what? My body did not know what time it was. So it was a little bit of everything, but look how beautiful the gardens are. And then I stopped over at the Family Mart that was in the hotel because I've seen these all over social media and I had to get one. You know what I'm talking about, the Pokemon smoothie frappe things. I got the Foy Cocoa one, which is strawberry banana. And I'm not gonna lie, the person working there had to help me like 15 times with this machine, but she was so nice. And by the time I got it, it was time to go on the bus, but it was delicious and it was so fun. Then we were on Green Street, which is the way to go to the temple. You guys, I mean, just look at this. It was so cool. I've never seen anything quite like this. Like, I've been in Europe a lot, so I've seen a lot of those older buildings, but the temple was just something I had never even imagined was going to be so cool. And look at those turtles, adorable. So the rest of this was just climbing the stairs to the temple. And you know what? It was so gorgeous being in there. I'm not going to voice over too much of this just because I want you guys to really take a look at the nature, especially when we get to the waterfall area. But I do want to show you just the temples and how beautiful they were. There was an inside. I didn't get too much of it. I only filmed, you know, what was allowed because inside the temple, I went to the mast and that was incredible. They had fire going, they had, you know, drums banging, but just to be respectful of the Buddhists, I did not film any of that in there. But here is the nature part, and I just want to show you a little bit of it without talking too much. So here goes.
So in a crazy turn of events, we actually did end up getting delayed. So far, we're delayed another like 20-something hours so far. So my initial plan, since we were supposed to leave tonight, was to go to the temple, which was incredible, and then take my nap before the plane, because to be honest, I really have not slept much. I stayed out really late at the onsen. I got about 4 hours of sleep. But plans change, and so instead of sleeping all day, now I want to be able to sleep on Japan time tonight. Since we're supposed to fly in the morning, I am powering through. And you know how I power through? A big thing of gear. So I'm back at the mall area. I'm actually at wagyu coffee, which my friend Kiki already told you about her from Japan. She's taken me to in the States a few times. I'm really trying to order Japanese. It's really hard without cheese. But here I am.